I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. Let's start over here. Will Hanna, President and CEO of the New Park Heights Community Development Corporation. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Good morning.
Did I get the title correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, and who's the young man next to you?
This is Mr. William Gordon. He's the chair of the Park Heights Presidential Council.
Okay, so what's happening in terms of Park Heights and, I don't know, what's it like up here?
Well, right now we're seeing a little stagnation. There's a lot of things that we want to see happen that we don't see that's going to happen in the very near future. There's some things that are coming. I know everybody's seen that Park Heights is supposed to get allocated some money from the slots revenue, but it's not going to really impact the community the way that it should and the way that people in the community feel like it should and the way that those dollars should be spent, so that we feel like there's a better way that they can spend that money that's going to be more effective to do something for people that actually live in this community.
Okay, so in a mayoral election year, is it important that these politicians know what you're about to show us down the street here?
Absolutely, because one of the things that we feel that as Park Heights goes, the city goes.
Mm-hmm.
We have a community of 33,000 people and about 20,000 registered voters.
I heard August 2nd, it's going to be a lot of people up here.
August 2nd is National Night Celebration. We have the largest National Night Out celebration on the East Coast. We average about 2,000 people over the past 3 years.
How many? What?
About a couple thousand.
The largest on the East Coast?
The largest on the East Coast. Documented, the largest on the East Coast.
Does President Barack Obama know about this?
I hope he finds out soon.
Okay. All right, well, how's it going for you? I mean, you're a veteran up here, Mr. Gordon.
Well, the thing that's most important to me is that, and like Will said, we don't see the money being spent the way that it should be spent, especially with youth programs and things of that nature, because we are having a lot of killings up here in Park Heights, and we need to address those social issues first.
Mm-hmm. So, one of the things you did, we started back there. Tell us about those two houses that you started off with.
Two properties there were two vacant houses, and we also have one on Borman Avenue at 2523 Borman. Those are properties that we actually have been rehabbed from vacant house to show people that this is what Park Heights can look like. And I think another part of what we're doing this tour is actually show you the inside and show you how Park Heights can be beautiful again.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I like about what you told me thus far is it's not like it's the biggest community center in Baltimore. It's a smart one though.
Absolutely. We figured that we don't need a whole lot of operational money. Most of the people, just about my entire staff, is all volunteer.
Which way we going? Okay.
It's all volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
They all live in the community, work for the community, so they have a vested interest in seeing the community revitalized.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, and one thing that I always say is that for a lot of the money that comes in Park Heights, we can probably do 10 times the work with half the money.
I know down in my neighborhood, Sandtown Habitat, I think they do a really smart thing. But there's some political challenges up here. I mean, is your group up here, and what's the politics like up here? Y'all getting y'all fair share, or? Well, I mean, because you were in the newspaper recently, right?
Yes.
Why were you in the newspaper? Front page
of the Baltimore Sun. And what we were talking about was actually one item that we were talking about was this area over here, and you'll see where those trees are, and on the other side of this building is where it's being proposed to put the Cal Ripken Park. $1.1 million is going to be spent for the Cal Ripken Park. That is raised by the Cal Ripken Foundation. But along with that, they want to spend $900,000 to put a park right there next to it. So we felt like $900,000.
Did you say $900,000 for a park?
$900,000 for a park over 4 year spending period, and
that's a lot of money for a park.
Yes,
I'm not the best economist.
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't pay. What?
But the ironic thing is that 2 blocks down from there, Wrightstown and Woodland, if you see the sign right there is Woodland Avenue. This is right here by Park Heights and Woodland. 2 blocks down from there on Wrightstown and Woodland, there's another field being built for $950,000. That was a state bond that we actually had done for the community in 2008. So we didn't see the need to have a field there 2 blocks down, $1 million facility, and then to spend another $1 million on the very exact same facility.
Well, just to give us the layout, we're 2 blocks south of Belvedere, and I guess what, 4 or 5 blocks south of Northern Parkway,
Right.
where a lot of people say everything on the other side of Northern Parkway is pretty much the Jewish community, Upper Park Heights, and this is the black side.
Right.
And there are other people in the community, not just black people and Jewish people, but what do you tell me? The Koreans. Right. The Koreans, who are becoming, tell us about how that's working together. Tell them some of the things that you've been doing in terms of pulling people together.
I think a lot of times what people tend to do is they begin to break down the community based on demographics, and you have your Asians that run the liquor stores and the convenience stores, and you have the Jews that do what they do, and you have the most of the time we are, as African Americans, are looked at as the consumers. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we've been doing now for the past 2 years is we've partnered with the Korean American Grocers Association, KGRO, and working with the Jewish community and brokering those relationships and saying, KGRO has 16 merchants in Park Heights, and we figure it's best to work with them than work against them.
And this came in the midst of the Wurdersheim case, where the young black boy got his wrist broke on the other side of Northern Parkway.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we felt like instead of being destructive and tearing down that relationship, we as people that have to live in this community, felt like it was best for us to broker that relationship and say, you know what, what can we do to make it better? What can we do to establish some foundation? And we've done that. So now, we have all kinds of partnerships that are developing, even with the Korean Merchants Association. They've now been doing scholarships for our kids, things that people always say we want them to participate in and being a part of the community. They're doing those things now. And those are small things, even though they're small scholarships, $1,000, $2,000 for a kid that comes out of this community. That's some money. That pays for some books. That pays tuition for a semester. Things like that.
Okay. So Mr. Gordon, what's the sentiment? What's your take on the sentiment up here? How do people feel? How do black people feel?
Well, the black people feel like they've been lied to. This has been going on for 15 years. They don't see any improvement in it. And the biggest fear is that when they do go through with this revitalization of Park Heights, that they're not going to be included in it, that they're going to be moved out, and left. Park Heights has, I went down on the East Coast and I've seen what revitalization did in black communities. White people are in those communities now where basically it was all black. So that's one of the fears that they have here in Park Heights. That's one of the fears that I have.
We're going to take a pause. You're watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth in Park Heights.